So I remember reading not reading, I was listening to an audiobook about the practicing Stoic and ideas about Stoic thought, philosophy. I know, super Sigma male self improvement of me. But, anyways, I was thinking about this idea, which was like, I don't know if I remember it correctly, but it was like, um, you shouldn't depend on external factors for your happiness. You should, like, you can have a preference. Like, for example, let's say, like, oh, I have a lot of money. Like, yes, you would prefer to have that, but your happiness does not depend on, like, having the big bucks, you know what I'm saying? But I've been trying to apply this, but I think it's a little bit like contradictory, or at least I think initially it seems a little bit hard to implement because, like, for example, obvious example here is like applying to colleges and wanting to get into a good college. It seems a little bit hard to try and have that kind of amount of disconnect from that and your external goals of like having a preference towards it but not depending on it, because by creating that disconnect you kind of also like preventing yourself from becoming like too emotionally invested. I think for me also makes it so that you're not really willing to like work on it as much because you're kind of like avoiding it, because usually when I kind of worry about this college stuff too much I get too emotionally invested. So for me it's kind of like flip flopping back between either not being invested at all and just like ignoring it, or being too invested and then being worried about it, and it's hard to find this middle ground. And I think in a past video, I've kind of thought of a alternative to this, which is like, well, you have to, like, I guess, with this external goal in mind, you got to find actually intrinsic goals, like other things that you can look forward to, so your happiness is not contingent on one result. But at the same time, like, there are a lot of things where, like, the only point of it is really for, like, the result itself. Like, I don't know, like, doing SATs, there's, like, little to none, like real life benefits or like intrinsic value to SATs. It is really just a measure of which to, you know, standardize your smartness or something. No, I don't know, not smartness, but just like your ability to do well on tests, because it's like the most test-like test ever. I mean, at least for me, I did craft a little bit of intrinsic value, which was like I can study on my own and I can do it rigorously enough without the need of like tutors and stuff. So I guess that was like more of a positive. So I guess, yeah, when you're thinking about like extrinsic goals, it's good to, rather than having this big lofty, like, I don't know, carrot hanging over your head, you should consider other different things for other forms of motivation. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, look at one of my other videos. I was talking about like boo extrinsic motivation, yay intrinsic motivation. This is so late. Bruh. I can't wait for the holidays. Dude, I got tests and stuff. Actually, today was pretty good as well for those staying here. I got pretty good results back. I got the top of my class for my paper 2 English. And that's like, I'm pretty proud of that improvement because I was writing on like a 6-ish, looking back, 6-ish, looking back my mid-year report. But now, your boy's coasting for a smooth 7. And that's what the hustle can take you. I think also that's like another example as well. Like, see, like I'm a little bit like connected to those grades. I don't know, it's hard. It's really hard to like disconnect yourself, but you better try. That's all. 59 days until graduation. Thanks for watching.